Today we are going to talk about self-doubt and how to overcome it. But before that, make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any video that can rewire your brain for massive success. So let's talk about how to overcome self-doubt. Now understand that, before you start overcoming the self-doubt, it's very critical for you to understand where is it coming from. Why does it come? And why does it come exactly at the point when you are trying to take your life into the fast lane? Let's take an example. Suppose you are in an office, in a meeting, and your boss gives you a very important task to do because your boss thinks that you are the most capable person in the room. And you get that task where everybody else is looking at you in appreciation that, wow, you got it, and they didn't get it. And you know what? You take the job, you go back to your cabin, and you start fretting about it. You start getting panicked and you start feeling, what if you don't do it right? What if you fail at it? What if everybody starts laughing at you because you made a fool of yourself? And then you keep wasting your time to make those decisions. Everything that you overthink, you keep procrastinating working on that project. And in the last minute, you submit your project, but you keep thinking, I could have done a better job. Has it happened to you ever? Something like this, that you rushed in last minute, but you knew you could have done something better. A lot of us also suffer from imposter syndrome. What is imposter syndrome? Most often imposter syndrome is found in women and minority groups, where you're capable of doing the work, you are probably the best one. But when you do something, you start feeling internally that you are a fraud and people will find out and you're not really up to it, you're not really done a good job. Or people are unnecessarily thinking that you're good at it, but you truly are not. And imposter syndrome can happen and come to you anytime, where you start feeling that I can't do this. This is not me. This can't happen. How can it happen to me? That one time I could do it because I was lucky. Or some divine intervention happened and I could do it because, it's not me. Now I know this imposter syndrome because for a very long time, I was doing amazing work and I was a master in my skill. But unfortunately, what was happening in my space was I was constantly feeling it's not me. And I don't know from where this knowledge comes. I don't know how I'm helping people. And this particular, because of imposter syndrome, a lot of challenges I faced in my life in terms of going ahead. Because every time a new opportunity came, I used to doubt myself and I would not take action. I would keep procrastinating and then opportunity would go away to somebody else. Has it ever happened to you? Let me know in the chat box, which opportunity did you let go? Because you felt you are not ready, or because you felt that you're not the right person to take that opportunity. Let me give you the common reasons for self-doubt. The first reason is childhood upbringing. Our upbringing plays a huge role in the way we think, the way we feel, the way our habits are, and the way we develop our personalities. So suppose if you were at home and people around you, like elders around you, constantly told you that you're not good enough, or you can't do something. Or maybe you were in a school which was, grading students based on their academic grades. And they were putting the students in the box of smart or not smart. Now that might affect your internal self in terms of feeling that, that you're not really capable or getting that doubt. Did you go through that kind of upbringing where you had critical parents or elders around you, those who told you that you are not good enough? And if that is the case with you, let me know in the chat box if you went through critical parenting. Second, comparisons with others. Have you been through comparisons or competitions where you were told or you felt that you're not enough or you're not doing really enough like others are doing? It may be reflecting in your current life in terms of if you are in, if you're in a society where you start comparing yourself with your peer groups or your age groups and you start feeling that, that person has done much better than me. This family is doing so much better than our family. You look at your colleague and you feel that that person is doing so well, and whereas you're struggling in something. Do you face that you're constantly comparing yourself with other people? And somewhere deep down, there's also the jealousy of you're not getting the opportunity or you're not lucky enough to get where you should be. Third, fear of failure or fear of success. Elizabeth Gilbert, who's the author of the book Eat, Pray, Love, sold 10 million copies of this book. And when she was writing the next book, in her next book, she had mentioned this, that, that success had become a ceiling for her. And she felt that whatever she will produce now may not surpass that success. So do you face that complacency within you, or that comfort zone within you, where you start feeling that, oh, I have come so far, I don't think I can do anything beyond this? That also could be a limitation, and you will start self-doubting yourself that, maybe I'm just this much, I can't do more than this. The fourth reason is new challenges. A lot of times when you get some new problems, new challenges, or something that you're putting your hand for the first time in, you will face this, and it is pretty normal, which is I could say that, it's natural to feel that self-doubt. Because in that moment you don't know, you have never solved that problem, so you don't know how to do it. It's uncertain, unfamiliar, and that unfamiliarity can bring in a lot of insecurity inside you. At the same time, you wouldn't know what skills, what capabilities, what things you need to overcome that challenge. So it's pretty normal to feel that doubt inside. And in this case, that doubt is actually not a bad thing, because that doubt is going to make you rethink about what you're doing, and it is going to push your boundaries to make sure that you are being able to overcome that challenge. So in this case, self-doubt actually could be your guiding light that can tell you to what needs to be done in your space, or what needs to be changed in your space for you to become a better person. Fifth one, your past experiences and mistakes that you have made. Now, a lot of times it happens that probably you have been through a bad relationship breakup, or maybe a partnership breakup, or you were fired, not giving any reason behind it. Now that can take a serious hit on your self-esteem, self-worth, where you will start doubting about everything, about your existence, where you start feeling that you gave your best, but it still didn't work. So maybe there is something wrong. And that constant ruminating on these kind of events that happen in your life can cause a serious damage to your self-esteem and self-worth, and that's where the doubt will keep coming. The best solution to get over such kind of issues is to seek help, a professional therapist help, and to make sure that you overcome that trauma or that issue that you went through. See, it's always better to invest a little amount of time and money into such kind of things, so that your future trajectory changes and you don't really stop taking the opportunities because you doubt yourself. Now, as promised, start working on your self-doubt with these tips that I'm going to give you right now. So take your pen and paper out and start noting down. The first thing that I want to tell you is start working on yourself in terms of being more compassionate with yourself. We are mostly compassionate with other people, and we kind of give them a lot of leeway. But when it comes to us, we are very hard on ourselves. So how about being more compassionate, more kind, and more self-forgiving towards yourself? We are humans, and humans are bound to fail, humans are bound to make mistakes, and that's what makes us special. That's what makes us human. And you know what? You get another chance, which is so important for you to understand, that you can always change your trajectory by working on yourself. But to work on yourself, you have to first forgive yourself and accept yourself. And most importantly, being more gentle and compassionate about yourself in terms of the conversations that you have about yourself. How do you look at yourself when you look yourself in the mirror? How do you think about yourself? Do you keep thinking about the past mistakes, or do you keep feeling that, okay, I was the best I could do in that moment, and today is a different day, I can restart and I can build from here? A perspective shift will go a long way when it comes to working on your self-doubt. So start being more compassionate towards your past self, and be more assertive about your future and about your present self. The second thing that I want to tell you is, be more reflective on your past achievements. A lot of times when you're working on yourself, and this includes me, last few years, like I've gotten over this habit, but people, those who are working on themselves, are overly critical, is my observation, about themselves. So they keep looking at every failure, and they want to be in a space where they want every moment where they have failed to be a teachable moment, so which they can learn something from it. In that bargain, you become very overly critical or harsh with yourself. So the best way to keep that balance, I'm not saying that you don't focus on your the mistakes that you made. From there only you're going to learn and you're grown. But most critical aspect of balancing this learning and growing at the same time is to identify what are some of the achievements that you have had in your life. Significant achievements. Make a list of it time and again. Maybe once in a week you can sit down and you can write the entire list of achievements that you have had, and then just have a look at it. And every achievement you have, whatever you've done since your childhood, celebrate for it again. So remember that as much as you want to learn, you want to celebrate, because that goes hand in hand. It's like parenting yourself. If you are a parent and if you only use stick for your child, it's not going to help, right? You need to use carrot and stick. So learning is part of stick, carrot is part of celebration, which is very, very important for you to overcome your any self-doubt. Third, be more mindful about your thinking, your conversations within yourself. At the same time, what are you going on again and again? What record is playing in your mind? Out of all those 60,000 thoughts we have every single day, how many thoughts do you feel you have positive, and how many thoughts you think that are negative? Most often when you observe yourself into the negative thought patterns, you got to break that. Break it and make sure that you put yourself back on the positive thinking track. To change your thought patterns, do some mindfulness exercises. It could be writing the gratitude journal, it could be exercising regularly, it could be meditation, it could be deep breathing, it could be focusing on an object like doing tratak, which is explained in yoga. So you can do things which are more mindful, so that you start building yourself in an automatic habit of positive thinking and positive emotions. A lot of times people tell me that they have 3, 4, 5 people in their life, those who are constantly criticizing them and pulling them down. Well, that doesn't stop you from building the community, army of people, those who will pull you up. So start surrounding yourself with more people, those who are supporting you. And if a doubt comes in your mind, oh, where will I get these people? Here, right here. And the world is full of supportive people. You just have to invest your time and maybe money to join a community of people, those who are on the same vibration, same frequency as you. If you are working on the goals, if you are working on your future, you will find people, those who are ready to support you. So join such communities and make sure that you're surrounded with people, those who are constantly helping you to grow and become the better version of yourself. So tell me now in the chat box, which one of this is you're going to use for the next 30 days, and let me know how is it helping you. Quickly click on the subscribe button and hit that bell icon, and I will see you soon.